Madam Speaker, the President of the United States.
Multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents?
All the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs. You are.
All right. I hope you patriots out there can hear me, see me. I hope so. Welcome to the party, folks, to PatriotPartyNews.com. I am your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot, coming to you live from the Wolf Den, folks. Oh, what one hell of a day has it been? Lots of stuff are going on. Obviously, I see where people in the chats already are talking about what went down at the Washington Monument. Hey, are you starting to figure out everything is telegraphed? No pun intended. Things that we knew leading up to was going to take place and going to happen. It wasn't a fluke, folks. It was Q. I think we all can agree with that. It's amazing how dead on Q has really been. Just to be real with you, and it's amazing what evil has to do to shut us down because we're letting the cat out of the bag. I will jump in that in just a second, but first, let me show you where all the cool cats go to get their daily intel news and bread. That's right, the patriotpartynews.com. But folks, we're more than just a website. We're a full functioning badassery Patriot Broadcasting Network, broadcasting around the world 24/7. Also, guys, check out the #1 pro-patriot social media platform out there. You can sign up now for free. I am going to encourage you, do it now. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything to check out the platform. Understand what's coming. You need to be prepared. You need to get on patriotshoot.com. You can click the banner or you can look at the ticker and you'll see it down there. You can grab it and just you want to get on. You're going to see as the next days unfold, things are ramping up like you wouldn't believe. And yeah, we're cool like that. Also, for folks, more than just PPN news here, we got the original Mark Z, Charlie Ward, Amelia Love, Nick V, Mike Penny, John Baxter, Truth by WDR, and Ultra Trump Destroyer, and Susan Price is, in fact, the Quantum Warrior. That's what we have here. And I'm curious to see where everyone is hailing in from. Let us know where you're watching us from. Colorado's in the house. What's up, Colorado? North Carolina? What is up, Colorado? Good to have you. New Mexico checking in. Good to have you, New Mexico. Hope you're doing well. What's up, Michigan? Lots of things going on in Michigan. Alabama, Delaware, Kentucky. Here we go. Roll with it, baby. Roll with it. Idaho. Blessings from New Orleans. North Dakota, Minnesota, Long Island, New Jersey, Oklahoma, Georgia, go Dogs, Georgia in the house. What's up, Nashville? Indiana, Virginia, Texas, Missouri, Alaska, Kentucky, Cali, Iowa, Virginia, Kentucky. Good to have you. Ohio, Kansas City. Hola, PPN amigo. Good to have you. Crossville, Tennessee, Wisconsin. Boomer Schooner, Oklahoma. Long Island, New York. Jackson, Tennessee. Go Dogs, Georgia in that house. Nashville, Tennessee. Northern Minnesota, what's up? Central Illinois, Kentucky, Florida, Danville, Ohio, Texas. The beautiful Lone Star State. Alberta, Canada. Hey, good to have you. What's up, Maryland? Baskin Ridge, New Jersey. Good to have you. Iowa, Virginia, Louisiana. Checking in from West Palm Beach, Florida. London, Tennessee. Godley, Texas. Stanford, Connecticut. Blount County is always in Alabama. Wichita, Kansas, what's up? Kentucky, how the hell are you? Good to have everybody. Upstate New York, Memphis. Checking in. New York, Indiana, of course. Naples, Florida. Good to have you. Wichita, Kansas. All day, every day. 50 Nifty, United States, Virginia, Idaho, Iowa. Go Tigers. What's up, Northern Arizona, outside Sedona? Good to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Delaware. What's up, PA? California. What's up, Maine? Mar-a-Lago. Good. I'm glad. Let us know if you're tuning in from Mar-a-Lago, by the way. We'll give you a shout out. Alabama, Michigan in the house. And we, in fact, do have people tuning in from Mar-a-Lago, especially with what's going on. We're going to be talking about that. Hawaii's in the house. Good to have you. McCoy. Is it McCall? South Carolina. I'll get it right one day. What's up, Mississippi? Hope you're doing well. New York, California, Cowboy. Dallas, Texas. Love how you say Alabama. Right? And I swear that's about the only thing I hear everyone say. You say Alabama kind of funny. I'm trying to get your attention because I'm trying to get Hello McFly, the truth out before they try to still trying to shut us down. They ain't stopping. They scared. They be scared. Also, folks, I had a pretty cool day. I had some meetings with a lot of you that were Brenda and I think Marcia was her sister because they were flipping out about this new supply chain of products. And now they're getting to see it firsthand. And that's what we're trying to do. We're helping everyone out. So if you cannot get to the stores because everything starts shutting down on you, go to PPN Switch. You'll understand why. Plain and simple. Also, folks, grab you one of our new shirts we got out there, Conspiracy Theory Expert, and also do your own research. I thought those were pretty freaking cool. You can get those shirts and many other shirts there at PPN Apparel. So there you go on that. So let's go ahead and start getting to the good stuff. I know a lot of people have been busy, so I'm just going to get right to it. Warren might be able to come in, depending on his schedule, but I don't know. He has been running hard, just like we all have, because there's so much stuff coming out right now. So check this out. This was posted. Vandals attack Washington Monument. What have we been talking about? Keep your eyes on D.C., folks. Been saying this for almost 2 years now. We're getting closer. We're getting really closer. So this is Penguin 6. Let's see what they have to say about all this shenanigan stuff. Yep, this was tonight. This happened.
Hey guys, we're at the Washington Monument right now. Yeah, the Washington Monument. And some vandals have attacked the Washington Monument tonight with paint or bloody colored paint spraying on the side. Have you been effed by this? GV says TRUGA, tough.
Government says tough shit. That's what that says. Let's get it right.
Can't make out what it says. Hey guys, how we're doing? Late night live broadcast because there is breaking news here in Washington. Police have made an arrest. The vehicle down there, they've put one person in cuffs, taken them away. I'm over here, and I think there's a police tape's been set up all around the monument. So try to hold this steady here. Have you been effed by this?
You have been effed by this.
Says government says tough tough something.
Tough shit. Let's get it right.
So
yeah. So
they took one person away in handcuffs, and he's going down. I can't make out what it says. This happened about an hour ago, half hour ago. It's tough. I think it's tough. I think that's, I think you're on the right track. Well, what are all those lights? That's all the. Oh, they're playing like kickball or something down there. I think that's where there is tough S. Yeah.
Vandals need
They
to
have
spell
been locked
better.
up. They're going downtown right now. So the police are over there. That's the Lincoln Memorial down there, and the U.S. Capitol is off in the distance down there.
Have people clapping in the background. That looks interesting. That looks real interesting right there.
I don't know. Let's go around. I'm trying to see if there's any more police activity. There's a couple cops here. They won't let us on the area. They've been photographing it with their like crime scene cameras and stuff. So guys, I'm sorry, I'm not going to have a video tonight. Not going to have a vlog video tonight because I've just been really busy today. In fact, I'm still out doing stuff for the family, but this popped up and I literally was at the White House when this happened. And so I ran over here. My wife is sitting in the car on a conference call, and I was able to like run over. I told her, give me 15 minutes. So
maybe if you want to decode that. Red. Mm-hmm.
there are 50 flags around the Washington Monument. They did catch the person there in handcuffs. I thought you guys would want to see this.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Now when you see it come down, can I get an amen?
Don't have my big camera with me today. It says, have you been effed by this? Government says tough S. I think that's what we've come to the conclusion. That's what it says. I don't know if it's like a feminist anti-phallic thing or what. Big Cruz here. How you doing, man?
I am adequate. Yourself?
I'm here. Could be having dinner. They took one in cuffs, but I don't think he's in that car.
Look at the bricks. Look at the bottom part of the bricks.
About a half hour ago. I got a ping like 30 minutes ago, and I came running down and didn't have my gear with me. So
Well, I can't really show that on there.
yeah, you're gonna have to blot it. There's a like nighttime kickball league down there or something. I don't know what that is. I literally think they're playing softball at night. Is that like kickball? I don't know what they're doing down there. So that's what you hear all the cheering.
Does look burned, doesn't it?
Anyway, guys, I just wanted to keep you guys up to date with what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off and continue my evening. I'll have more.
And it's just happened not even an hour ago. I'm going to zoom in for a second for those that want to work some gematria on this. Pretty serious hint there. I think that would be kind of interesting. The guy is clueless. Well, probably because he doesn't want to talk about it on YouTube, which I don't blame him if that's his, the way he makes a living and things like that. And he's dependent upon that. He has great footage of the DC area. Penguin 6 always does. I'd love to get him on the show. I'd love to actually have him do some in the field correspondence for us. If by chance you happen to see this video, Penguin Six, holler at your boy. We'll get you woke up and get you debriefed to know what's going on. But this just happened, Washington Monument. Now, this is something that I found intriguing alongside watching it with everybody, and I'll just kind of go through. Okay, let's see here. We start spanning up. I want you to take a very close look at the bricks at the bottom here in this area. And these are lights obviously coming up on that. But look how it starts changing as it goes up. Now, could that be the devil's pitchfork there? Yeah. I don't know. Don't be surprised if all of a sudden the monument comes down, or it's just part of the noise, which is what to make us or make the masses seem like we're crazy, just like they've been doing. And that's when they're going to try to do probably martial law, I would imagine, and all that stuff. We got a big week. It's just starting. Hadn't even started really yet, but it has. And now we're going to start seeing it in the public. That's what we've been wanting to see for how long? A long time. And we're here. You need to understand this, folks. If you think we're out here telling you the truth for nothing, your wood must be wet. That's right. Come on, rods of God. Bring it. Yeah, bring it on. Exactly, Tucson Nancy. Yeah, got to. Of course, they're going to have that coming down with massive distractions. Because as this comes out, former EcoLife Alliance VP says Fauci funded group that developed the COVID-19. Ooh, it's coming out still. And much more than that. Disclosed TV is reporting here, U.S. Air Force will roll out its new B-21 stealth bomber the first week of December. The service's top weapon buyer said on Tuesday. That looks kind of nifty, doesn't it? What else they developed? Think about that for a second. Why are all the Walmarts and other major U.S. retailers canceling billions of dollars in orders as the summer comes to an end? How sweet it is. Why do you think? They're cutting off supply chain. They are freaking cutting it off. That's why we came out with PP and Switch. We knew this was going to come. We knew this was going to start happening. And I wanted to be prepared this round. And I wanted all of us patriots to be taken care of as well. They know. What do they know that you don't know? Here's the difference. They don't, because we already know. That's why this is happening, folks. Oh, there's some more. Lawsuits claim hospitals specifically targeted unvaccinated patients with forced reservoir and respirator treatment, a death sentence. I know several that was sentenced to death because of this. Lawsuits are coming, and they're coming quick, and it's coming in hot. You're going to see more and more. Absolutely, the economy is crashing. No question about it. Breaking news, a 6.0 earthquake hits southeast Russia. Kamchatka, Stray, Russia. all over the world. And there's more. And there's more. There's more coming. People going crazy. Man sets himself on fire near the Japan Prime Minister's office. A man was taken to the hospital unconscious after apparently setting himself on fire near the office of the Japanese Prime Minister on Wednesday. This is, remember, time zone. It was today. They're almost a day ahead. People losing their freaking mind, distractions everywhere. Inside Papers reporting, the longer the announced appearance of the President Putin is delayed, the more serious the announcements in it will be. The pro-Kremlin analyst who appears frequently on state television, again, posted on Telegram in regards to what New York Times reported. There's a reason for everything. And there's a reason for this. They're getting sloppy, ain't they, folks? Mask everywhere. We have gone back and forth going through all of this stuff with the fake Queen's funeral. Obvious. Sorry, baby, those pearls can't cover it up all. It's probably not even a female. It's probably a man. Hey, dude. Get rid of the pearls. Time's up. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, it really is not her. It's all an act. It's all a show. And things are drastically coming to a close. More noise here. They do this to make you think Ukraine has all these soldiers and this, and they're exchanging with Russia. Ooh, nah. Don't believe it. But you can believe this, because not many people can fake an ass whooping. And this is what's about to happen. So to give you the kind of the backdrop here, Iranian police beaten up by angry protesters. Check this out. This is what's happening in other parts of the country that mainstream Mockingbird media will not show you. You need to understand everything is changing. The reset has already started. They're just hiding it from us. Now, kind of looks like some of the areas maybe here in the United States. Do you see what's happening? I know you do. It's part of the show, folks. It's got to happen this way. So again, Iranian police beaten up by angry protesters. There you go. Marjorie Taylor Greene fights criminalizing puberty blockers and sex change surgeries on children. Here is a little clip of that.
You see, my bill, Protect Children's Innocence Act, is not an attack on anyone's sexuality, and it's not saying that grown-ups can't make changes they want to make. What it does is it just protects kids under 18, and it has to be done. The reason why it has to be a federal law is because there are states who are taking away parents' rights to protect their kids from these horrific surgeries. States like California, Washington, New York, and other Democrat-controlled states want to fast-track kids and tell parents they have no right to take away their children's desire for gender-affirming care. There's no such thing as gender-affirming care. only two genders, male and female. And this is a basic truth that we have to stay founded in. States like California have a bill right now being considered by Governor Gavin Newsom that would take away parents' rights to completely stop this, and it would make California a sanctuary state for trans kids. What it would actually do is it would make California a state-sponsored state for child abuse.
Mm-hmm. She's right. Exactly what would happen. Unfortunately, what y'all's thoughts? Just curious in the chats. They were saying that she had a whole bunch of stock in Pfizer. I don't know how true that is. In fact, it is true, but I'm still trying to. If it is true, some people are going to still have some explaining to do on that. But I love what she stands for. I love the things that she does like that. Who knows? We'll figure that out as we go. So, Gateway Pundits reporting you can't have your cake and eat it. Special Master Raymond Derry blasts Trump's lawyers in preliminary conference. Now, this is also one. You remember that name, Derry? He was one of the FISA judges who signed the warrant to spy on Carter Page without cause. Do you see where this is going? I bet you do. 100%. Oh, Tim Allen. Remember this guy? Biden was on for 60 minutes. I heard he asked how long the show was. Just funny. I had a laugh about that. So this is interesting. We talked about this earlier on today's show, but leftist Katie Hobbs voted against allowing our national motto, "In God We Trust," and Arizona's motto, "Diet Dos God Enriches," in Arizona schools, but sponsored sex ed for first graders. Let's let that sink in for just a little bit. Just a little bit. It gets a little deeper. So you've got a New York governor caught in a huge lie after claiming she was not aware the company that landed the $637 million no-bid contract was a campaign donor. No. You know the end of that story there. Why is Mockingbird Media so interested in Coffee County, Georgia's 2020 election all of a sudden? A lot of this is coming out right now in certain states, certain counties. We're seeing it on the rise, but they're talking about here, GA's voting system software has been stolen. Let me repeat that one more time. Georgia's voting system software has been stolen and is in the hands of many unknown actors. State officials be like SOS. Now, this is across the board. You're exactly right. Are you hearing about them putting the jump drives and it instantly flip the votes? It was part of it. Trump knew. The evidence is out there. People are absolutely going to be in a rude awakening. Big time. But they're going to throw you a bone for you to spend your attention. Ooh, look, they did something. Yeah. Hang out for a little while. You'll see how much they did. Justice Department charges 47 people in Minnesota for stealing $250 million from COVID pandemic program meant to feed children. That's how well they work your tax dollars. Yeah. Now the question is, Let's get it back. Let's bring it back and distribute it out to people that really need it. I saw this today, and this is probably my favorite video of the day thus far. If you have not seen this, check this out. This is from CNN's Don Lemon tells royal commentator Hillary Fordwich the royal family should pay reparations and just immediately regret it. This is a trip. Check this out.
Well, this is coming when, there's all of this wealth and you hear about it comes as England is facing rising costs of living, a living crisis, austerity budget cuts, and so on. And then you have those who are asking for reparations for colonialism, and they're wondering, $100 billion, $24 billion here and there, 500 million there. Some people want to be paid back, and members of the public are wondering, why are we suffering when you are you have all of this vast wealth? Those are legitimate concerns.
Well, I think you're right about reparations in terms of if people want it, though, what they need to do is you always need to go back to the beginning of a supply chain. Where was the beginning of the supply chain? That was in Africa. And when across the entire world, when the slavery was taking place, which was the first nation in the world that abolished slavery? The first nation in the world to abolish it. It was started by William Wilberforce, was the British. In Great Britain, they abolished slavery. 2,000 naval men died on the high seas trying to stop slavery. Why? Because the African kings were rounding up their own people. They had them on cages waiting in the beaches. No one was running into Africa to get them. And I think you're totally right. If reparations need to be paid, we need to go right back to the beginning of that supply chain and say, who was rounding up their own people and having them handcuffed in cages? Absolutely. That's where they should start. And maybe, I don't know, the descendants of those families where they died in the high seas trying to stop the slavery, that those families should receive something too, I think, at the same time.
It's an interesting discussion, Hillary. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll continue to discuss in the future. So remember the impact of the spot.
How quickly. Oh, he changes the subject. What are you going to say to that? Nothing! Because it's the truth. Didn't work for you, bud. But that's what they do. That's what they do. And this is what he gets right here. Watch Biden greeted by chants of FJB in UK. Now, yeah, El Donado Trumpo. If you really think that he's truly alive, your wood must be wet. The reason why I muted it is because I want you guys to understand something. First and foremost, would another government allow another government to guard their president or their king? Do you see any Secret Service at all? Do you? No, you don't. Hell, there's not even a license plate on the back of the beast. Think about that for a second. What do you think about it, Warren?
Oh, I think it'll be all right. What about you?
I think so too.
What is that? They're somebody guarding a different. Oh, okay. Will they all have their back turned to him and not saluting?
Well, we're Secret Service. We're Secret Service. The beast doesn't even have a license plate. It's white back there. It's always had some type of license plate on the back. What's up with that?
Where is that?
That was when I'm assuming
coming back from
the fake Queen's funeral.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. That reminds me of his fake inauguration when everybody turned his back to him and didn't salute him and all that stuff, So what's that?
Did you see what happened at the Washington Monument, Hoss?
No.
So it was vandalized tonight.
Really? Okay.
I'll fill you in. But we'll do a recap for those. There you go. Right there. Pretty much asking a question. And
have you been blabbity blap by this?
Government is tough.
Really? Well, yeah, that's the representation of a penis. So everybody has been screwed by it,
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is, all that symbolism and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that just happened tonight, Hoss.
Really? Have they clean it up, or what's going on with it? I mean, is everybody making?
I don't know. They just got somebody in custody just now about it. So it just happened probably within the last hour ago.
Well, has that ever happened before?
I've never heard of it. Has anybody else heard of it? I don't see anybody in the chat talking about it at all.
So right now, we should be in the situation where they're truly draining the swamp all over the world. I would say that all of the leaders or presidents or kings or queens, they're all stepping down right now. So everyone's, if that's going on, we've got money problems out the yin yang who pay the police department of the District of Columbia, who would be watching out after that stuff. There's probably not many of them, So, some people have thought, hey, are they going to just leave Washington up and not blow up those things, but just leave it there for something to look at and be a reminder of how nasty and stinky these fools are, So who knows? Just they might write on the whole thing and paint it black and make it look mean. What was that? There was a show one time that said, paint it something, make it look mean or something. I forget what that was, but
they keep on saying, did I see the queue on the Beast? And I said, no. Have you heard about this yet?
On the Beast or that
the car?
No.
Somebody saying presidential logo. Okay. Hang on a second.
We're seeing a lot of those cues all over the place.
Ooh, would you look at? He's right, or she's right. He's right, or she's right. Whoever just said that. Stormy J36. Good call. Look at that. Right there in front of you. You
this
see it?
Popping up all over the place.
Yeah. You can't get any gooder than that, right?
Right. Right. So if with signs that we see what is it? 14 freaking countries, their presidents or leaders or whatever have died just lately. All the ones in Africa. We've got the Queen. We've got one Argentina, the other Queen or whatever. All this stuff is happening. So they are literally draining the swamp of, who runs them and their money. So that means if we're at that point, it shouldn't be long until something is announced that says we've got an election in 120 days. That's where I'm going with all this.
Oh man, earlier I asked just to say, I wonder what gematria. What if you did this? Well, Shobo from the PPN chat says, Chaz, gematria. Just the first part translates. It says, I am the way, the truth, and the light. He said, you can't make this up. The first sentence there, I guess. That's what it came out to. Is that crazy?
Oh, that's crazy right there. That's plumb crazy. But that's all right. All this stuff started because we got freaking Democrats and Republicans that all suck, but they're fixing to leave, and we're not going to have to worry about Democrats and Republicans anymore. We're just going to put good people in there because that's who we're going to have to choose from, man. Mm-hmm. And our elections are going to count, so we're going to go into Nasara Gasara. So I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Anybody else, or are we just all just cool with it taking this long?
Just needs to be done. 100 executive orders. The amount they've cost taxpayers is mind blowing. How's he going to do executive orders when he ain't even the president?
He's making executive orders for the District of Columbia. I mean, he, if people keep paying their taxes and keep doing that, well, you might as well call him the president or whoever that is, whoever that thing is. I mean, you might as well call him. If we don't become sovereign because of what's fixing to happen, or if we don't become sovereign by a little bit of work and get away from all this crap, then yeah, we could just stay there forever. He's just a fictional character in a foreign entity in our country, and we're paying taxes to him like a bunch of freaking idiots. What the heck?
So do you feel that everybody needs to stop paying their taxes? I mean, what do the masses need to do? Maybe the ones that are watching. Obviously if there's a lot of us, of course there is. What can we do?
Do your research and figure out if you think that we're fixing to become well, maybe not right this minute, but so I would say do your research, figure out about if we need to be. Well, hello, Ava. And figure if we need to become sovereign. If we're going to become sovereign, we need to have people on that can distinguish, the law versus the crap they've been throwing on us. And heard King Charles was under military control. Well, that makes sense. I mean, it's kind of like, are all those cardinals and are all of these leaders, at the Vatican locked up also, So there's supposed to be all kinds of leaders and all kinds of people that are locked up there at the Vatican. And the ones that are loyal to the Khazarian mafia anyways, or at least the Knights of the Malta and people like that, the bad of the 13 families, I'm assuming are imprisoned within the walls of the Vatican. And now we've got the Vatican saying, bring all our stuff back, bring it all back. And that's just a ploy to get the narrative out that, hey, we're fixing to have it go on. I would not be surprised if we see live tribunals at the White House, at the Vatican, and in their territory. That's what I would do. I would take over their freaking buildings, Buckingham Palace, freaking the Vatican and the White House, and show tribunals. That's what I want to see. Hell with all these suckers. Why not? Give me a better plan, and I'll do it. But I'd love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to see it in person, or at least on TV.
Right. No, you're fine. Biden declares national emergency after creation of new DOJ task force to combat domestic terrorism. Is he talking about us?
You. He talking about you.
He's talking about me?
Yeah, he mad at you.
He can go kiss my ass.
Okay.
Who he
Let
is.
him kiss mine too.
Yeah, I ain't paying him a damn red cent either. Yeah.
Well,
this is the narrative they're trying to pitch, though. You know what I mean? The narrative they're trying to pitch that we're out vandalizing, we're out doing this, we're out doing that. They're talking about there was a guy that was killed because the other guy was afraid of him being a violent young Trump supporter.
So are we hearing of them taking anyone down on this, or is this just narratives that's coming up? Because I'm not hearing of it. If I'm wrong, let me know. But
no, they're coming up.
They're
coming
what?
Up they are coming up. Yeah, I mean,
they're taking people down and arresting them.
Yeah, they took the guy down for the Washington Monument just now. They apprehended him. He was in the back of the car.
Oh,
well,
now, that would be a normal scenario for him to go to. I thought you were talking about truthers. I thought you were talking about people who they call domestic terrorists.
Oh, see, none of that, nothing, right, correct. No.
Okay, so pretty much what they're doing, if you see someone go down, it is Antifa that they are taking down, disguised as a Trump guy. He might have that on, and that's what's going on. But and then there was a guy who was that they came in on him, while he was doing a truther thing. Did that end up being true, or did that I questioned that?
That was, I know what you're talking about. I heard that was fake.
Okay.
But that's what I've heard. That I haven't seen any other videos about it. I haven't seen another video of the police there with them. And I didn't even recognize whoever it was. I had no clue of whoever or whatever that person was. We typically know a good little bit of people that put their face out there, especially now.
Yeah. I just see, okay, if everybody, I'm sure everybody's paying attention, but right now, the things that you see every once in a while, you see Diana on TV, talking about, books and things and shows coming off of documentaries and things. You see Michael Jackson stuff, you see this and that. It further makes me think that there's some folks that are, we think are dead that are happening, but that's what I see. Instead of them coming out on Fox or different things and just saying what we're saying, they come out and lightly do it or something. But I think they're fixing to come out popping. Somebody said, I really think the 87,000 IRS agents will be working from a list provided by Zuck. See, I personally thought they would be for working for Nasara Gassara, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Either way, it wouldn't surprise me at this point, to be honest with you.
Well, I thought they would be the ones, they are really just Nasara Gassara agents working for Trump is what I thought.
Mm-hmm. I remember this woman, Beverly Eckert. My husband was killed during the 9/11 attacks. I rejected the $1.8 million from the government and filed a lawsuit against them instead. I was a loudmouth, a well-known figure in the 9/11 truth movement. Consequently, days after meeting President Obama, I died in a plane crash. The end. So many have unfortunately met the same fate.
Yeah.
It sucks. With that kind of power to exterminate people.
Well, they've been doing it for a long time. Wait till all the stuff about the kids comes up over in Africa. Wait till all those things come up. You've seen the videos where those people just are like, they've got these starving kids out and they just all of a sudden start freaking throwing little pieces of candy out to them and stuff from up on like the Queen when she was young or something. They're just cruel, nasty people. They're dealing with adrenochrome. They're dealing with all this stuff. They've been doing it for a long time. They're nasty and they need to die. Just my opinion.
Amen.
It sucks.
You know what else sucks?
What?
Putting some freaking NyQuil in your chicken.
I don't do that.
I don't either. But New York Post is reporting this, and I found another article, and I'll show everyone. It says FDA warns against potentially deadly NyQuil chicken challenge. Okay, let me make sure I'm understanding this. NyQuil chicken challenge. And this fool's got a thing of NyQuil. You see him pouring it all over chicken breast right there. Man, come on now.
I'm not talking to that dude no more. He's crazy.
They said 10 years ago it was called planking.
Called what?
Planking. 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 It was Tide Pods back then in 20.
Oh, yeah, I remember those things. People were taking them and going freaking crazy.
Is that what it was? I never heard. I didn't know what planking was.
Those Tide Pods or whatever. Yeah, I think it was making people. You know how you see freaking people on all those drugs in Chicago or wherever they are, and they're standing in all kind of weird positions.
Asphalt stuff.
Yeah, man, they're like freaking crazy. It's like dipping sniffing dust remover or something.
What?
I don't know. Man, people used to talk about that all the time.
The only thing I remember hearing about back in the day is people trying to huff on some gasoline or something like that.
I saw cops. That was on Cops a bunch, and some dude come up. He said, you've been doing drugs?" He said, "No, dude, got spray paint all over him." And he's like, "No, man, I'm okay." Just stoned out of his mind. I'm like, dude, you done lost.
They're saying, oh my God, telling social media users not to follow a TikTok trend in which users cook chicken in NyQuil. It's called the sleepy chicken, Warren.
Yeah, I don't deal with sleepy chickens much. But what I do is I listen to Trump when he says something about borax or bleach. He was telling us exactly what killed all this stuff we had. He was telling us exactly what it was. And I was dumb at the time, and I was like, what? Okay, now I can't get this one. I can't understand, what's going on. But the dude was talking about all this stuff that we're supposed to be that really freaking helps us. All these things, what's it called? Boron or something like that. Boron mineral. It's freaking, it's what we need to be putting in our baths. Well, along with the clay, the freaking clay and the Epsom salts and the I can't even think right now, but that's what I've been playing with and looking at all that stuff. And anybody that's got the Alzheimer's, there's a bunch of stuff that we can start doing.
I think we should stick with the funky chicken. That's what.
Okay. Funky monkey.
Oh Lord, it's crazy.
Sorry, I was late, man.
Oh, you're fine. I know you're not busy or nothing.
So what's that? Sorry.
So I was going to grab this one and then take it down. Arizona Democrat Mark Kelly funds campaign of Iowa's Mike Franklin, now accused of sexual misconduct. Go figure. That should be no surprise there on that. All right. Bro, what do you got that's coming in that's amazing outside of them spray painting on the monument, which is pretty significant? Do you know of anything else you're hearing?
Not much. I just know that Queen's death had to have been the last marker. We got a Trump card coming up. So that means London Bridge is down. Black Swan events coming. I don't know if it's today or next Tuesday. I don't know. Everybody keeps asking me, well, when do you think it's going to happen? It's going to happen this month. I don't know. I just
Hang on a second.
That's what happens. But I don't know. I promise. I don't know. So what's going to be used to freaking bring out the sleeping people? I just keep thinking that it's got to be Epstein's little black book. I think we're going to start hearing about that thing pretty soon. And I think that would be big. I think the 911 stuff is going to be big. And I think moon landing is going to be big. That's just what I've got my eyes on. I don't know what's telling me that because I'm not reading that anywhere. It's just I'm trying to think of what lies are the big lies that people would be like, okay, I knew when that happened, I know where I was, because they keep talking about on 24th that something's going to happen that we will always remember where we were at that time. So if that's something that they're talking about in the future, then I feel like I ought to think about what happened in the past and what they're going to bring out to tell the sleeping folks, because that was big when I was learning about this 911. I was like, that's wrong.
Dude, they just cut us off on Rumble. You keep on talking exactly what you're saying. They just freaking cut us off on Rumble, dude.
Really?
Oh, forget them. Yeah. Now it just came back on. They've done that twice now already. So whatever you're saying, keep saying it. By the way, Warren, for those that do not know what the Black Swan event is, let everyone, we have a ton of new people actually watching us right now.
Cool.
What is, in fact, the Black Swan event?
For a long time, I think they didn't know that there was a black swan. the black swan came up and they were like, oh man, that's just something that can't happen, So I always look at it. I don't know what the definition of a black swan event is. I'm looking at an event that everyone says, oh, that can't happen. The total crash of the market, a nuclear scare could be a black swan event. All of these things could be a black swan. Just something that I say in my mind, I don't know that this could ever happen, and boom, there it is. Or at least it looks like that's what's going on, because personally, I don't believe I believe that nuclear stuff is gone. I believe it's been gone. I believe it had to be taken out one of the first things, because you can't leave that stuff and make an alliance with anybody, because somebody's got something on you. If you say something wrong, you got to get those things that they can come over and just knock you out. You got to get those things out of the picture, so.
This is Thomas Williams here.
Unpredictable event.
Severe consequences.
Yeah. Well, good. I like that. Here, I need to take a picture of that.
Good job, Thomas. Yeah, that's way to.
I don't know that I've ever seen what that was. I've just always assumed what it was, But yeah, that makes sense to me. Many falsely claim it should have been predicted. I don't think a freaking black swan event is something you can even think about predicting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what it says. Cannot be predicted before. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
Thanks, Thomas. You pretty good people. I don't care what they say.
Thomas probably don't care either. That's why he's watching us.
So I just feel like that McAfee is coming up right on stage here pretty soon. I feel like that Julian Assange is bringing it out. They're all going to bring out the laptops and the laptops and the laptops and the freaking collusion. And I think these people still don't know for sure that Russiagate was all they did was all the nasty stuff that the Democrats did. They just lied and said, oh, we didn't do that, and blamed it on Trump. They were the ones doing everything. You remember me telling you that? I said, man, I'll tell you what's going to happen. It's going to come out that actually they were the ones doing everything they're telling. We didn't know. I didn't know that, but that's what my freaking common sense was telling me. I was like, these fools know the story so good because they're doing it. I mean, they got depth and now they've got it all out there. Kash Patel has every bit of it. All right. If you go to cashpatel.com or something like that, you're there. He got every document there is. So, right out there to see.
Fightwithcash.com.
What is it?
Fightwithcash.com.
Yeah, what you said. You ought to get that over here on our platform, man, because he's that's everything. He's putting everything out there. So that's good stuff. Put that on Patriot Shoot.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. I think it's in there, but we'll make sure it's in there.
Oh, yeah, okay. So we got some aliens coming here pretty soon. We got some aliens coming. ET is going to come here and hang out with us and chill and spit some goo on us or something. I don't know what he's going to do.
Cash was on with Charlie today.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Aliens. What you know about those aliens?
I don't know nothing about it. I don't hang out with aliens. I hang out with you. Are you an alien?
I am.
Bet. Then I hang out with aliens. So my fault, man. I said something wrong.
I'll never hear it.
I didn't know aliens drank margaritas every once in a while and ate Mexican food. I know you did that the other night.
That's right. I'm a Palladian. They live for margaritas. What are you talking about?
I don't just go around doing this nanu stuff. I'm gonna do that more.
Well, it looked like you did a mixture of Vulcan and Mark and Mindy, or Mork and Mindy.
I don't know what that is. I don't even know why I did it. Is that I wasn't a Trekkie. I watched Star Wars. I wasn't a Trekkie. I know you's a Trekkie.
I was a Trekkie.
Okay. Or
you got the Force, and I got the Trekkiness and the pointed ears.
Well, did you watch Star Wars also, or were you?
I watched them all, but I was poor growing up, so I had that second channel underneath and some tinfoil, and on a good day, I would catch me some old episodes of the 1960 Star Trek. So that's how I got introduced to it, and then got lucky and saw Star Wars when I was younger, and that was about it. But I don't know. I guess I like Star Trek. It's kind of like a Western more for me.
Okay.
Except in the space, no horses.
Got you. So I really think that that Snowden is going to have some stuff coming out. And I think we're going to learn something pretty cool about Musk pretty soon. I think Elon, something's up with Elon, and I don't know. Something's going on here, and I think it's all fixing to come out. So this is the time we've been waiting for. God, we were so excited for the Queen to be gone, and now it's like, okay, do something, rock it out, And I think it's just the kind of the calm before the storm. That's what I'm getting hit. And I think that it's going to come down. Everybody's like wanting it. And be careful what you ask for, because it's coming. It's coming probably pretty quick. And who knows what it'll be. It might be cray.
Well, final word. Anything you want to add? I'll start wrapping this thing up. I've had all kinds of tech issues whatsoever, and I got to jump back in here. It's been crazy. They zapped us pretty good today. We had a great noon show, obviously, and throughout the day, they try to get in and do all kinds of craziness, but we're still here. So,
well,
actually,
I personally think that God has this taken care of. I don't necessarily think that my God is all that confusing. I think some stuff's fixing to come up that is going to be different about some stuff about the Bible. I think that different books of the Bible might be coming out. I don't necessarily understand all that, but until I see it, I'm just going to chill with it, and I'm going to. I feel like God is inside of me, and I'm gonna be with God on this thing. I'm gonna be on His team. I'm gonna continue to do the best I can and rock it out, because I'm cool with Him. Me and God, we straight.
Guess what the name? I saw this in the chat. Guess what the name of Barron Trump's dog is?
Ted.
Patton.
Really? That's cool. That's his granddaddy.
Mm-hmm. Thought that was cool.
Or is that his daddy? Is that really Patton? Is Trump really Patton? Who knows?
That's Patton is a golden doodle.
Really? You think he's cool? You think Patton's cool with the golden doodle being named after him?
It's the hair, man. It's the hair.
All right.
I don't think Patton had any hair, but I don't know. But anyway, maybe
All
I
right,
love.
Appreciate it. Sorry, I was late.
Great show today, by the way, on Talk Time with Amelia. That was
a good show. I enjoyed that.
Y'all rocked it out. So
I enjoyed it. I'm gonna be learning stuff. Be learning how to be happy.
Well, brother, get you some rest. I know you've been hard at.
Yeah, I'm all good. I'll be ready to rock and roll soon. Holler at you.
See you, brother.
All right. Bye.
All right, guys. Another one in the box. So I know everyone's going to be hightailing it over to Patriot Shoot right now to get into Talk Time. There will be, I'm sure, a lot of people in there tonight, still breaking down, decoding a lot of different things. I'm excited how close we are. It's going to be amazing. And I'll keep on saying this because I've been saying this for 2 freaking years. God bless the Republic of the United States of America, and God bless you, Patriots. Without you folks, there is no America. We will definitely see you tomorrow.
1, 2, 3, 4. I told you so. But I told you